Hello! Our travels in the world of story take us today in the kingdom of the witches. Very cool. Isn't that cool? No. First of all, you're gonna go there with me, so nothing bad will happen to you. And second of all, we're not gonna go in a kingdom where the witches are bad. We're gonna go in a kingdom where the witches are good. Are you ready? Yeah, I know, Lou. I wouldn't go in the world where the witches are bad either. So let's see what's gonna happen today. So let's begin. The title of our story is What Spells Can Amy Do? Unseen by us, witches often come to the human world to magically fix things that go wrong. When they're not busy here in the human world, they're busy in the kingdom of witches. They are studying plants, making potions and enchantments, practicing flying on a broom, and many other magical things. In general, the kingdom is very quiet because each and every witch minds her own business. Plus, the kingdom is ruled by a very powerful queen, but quiet and cold, who doesn't like parties, people laughing, and, well, in general, everything that makes an unnecessary sound. Yeah, Lou, I don't know what to say because I can go there, but your laugh it's a little bit too loud. So, well, yeah, let's find out and leave as fast as possible. When Amy was born, the whole kingdom of witches was full of joy. They started a bonfire and celebrated many days and nights. Understandable. A child has not been born for a long time because you have to know a witch is born very, very rarely. I didn't know that, Lou. You neither? Hmm. One by one, the witches visited the little girl and left her various gifts: bottles of enchanted liquors, magic globes, and protection talismans. Nobody knew yet what spells can Amy do, because the magical powers of a witch only appear on the day she turns 7. Don't be surprised. Magical powers need a little time to develop in a body, and the body needs to be strong enough to handle them. Otherwise, they can destroy it. I didn't know that either, Lou. So a witch gets her powers after she turns 7. That's very interesting. The last one to get the baby's crib was the Cold Queen. When she appeared, suddenly everything went silent and the witches froze with their heads down. The queen watched the little girl in silence for a few minutes and then she said, she doesn't look like much to me, but we'll see in 7 years what spells can Amy do. Well, that's really bad of her to say that, Lou. I don't like very much this queen of the witches. What? Yeah, I know you don't like her too, but we have to be gentle with her, not be friends with her. It said. The days passed one by one and turned into months, and the months turned into years. Amy became more and more beautiful and mischievous. She managed to learn all the magic recipes and charms by heart and couldn't wait to use them. On Amy's 7th birthday, the queen asked that she be brought to the palace to see her powers. It was supposed to be the happiest day of the little girl's life, but it was a very, very sad one. Because no matter how much and how hard she tried, Amy couldn't do a single spell. She cast all the spells correctly, but nothing happened. Again and again and again. The queen lost her patience and shouted, "The girl has no witch powers. Send her to live among humans." Amy begged in vain to let her stay in the kingdom, for the queen was firm in her orders. Oh, God, you were right, Lou. This queen is very evil. Very evil. Many witches believe that Amy could be used even without magical powers, but no one dared to contradict the cold queen. The witches chose with care a beautiful family in the world of humans. They bewitched them into thinking Amy was always theirs and left the little girl there. Before leaving, one of the witches slipped a magic mirror into Amy's pocket, in which the child could see at any time what happens in the kingdom of the witches. Poor little girl. Amy was not comfortable at all in the human world, even though she was loved and pampered by her family. She really wished to return to the kingdom one day where she felt she belonged. She had no friends among humans and she didn't want to make any. She spent most of her time trying spells and looking cheerfully into the magic mirror. One day, Amy realized she can speak by saying the words backwards. That's cool. She could talk like that for any length of time and without any effort. It seemed magical that she could do that. So she ran fast into the kingdom of the witches. The queen listened to her talking backwards and then asked her what could this strange talk be used for and why did she find it magical. "I don't know," Amy replied. "It's funny." "It's pointless," the queen shouted. "Go back to the world of humans and don't bother me with nonsenses anymore." Amy went back very disappointed because she still believed that speaking in reverse was something magical. This queen is so absurd, Lou. Speaking backwards, truly it's magic. I mean, most of the people can't do that, right? What? Can you talk backwards also? Hmm. So maybe Amy is right. Talking backwards, it is magical. A little bit, right? Let's see. Another time, she managed by rotating her hands to create thin ice bubbles and capture objects inside them. Ice bubbles. The bubbles wouldn't last more than a few moments, but they came out from the rotation of her fingers, and that couldn't mean anything other than there being magic in her hands. So Amy rushed back into the kingdom of the witches to show the queen what she can do. The queen looked at her and then burst into laughter. "This is the most pathetic sorcery I've ever seen. Go back to the human world. You make us feel sorry for you, little girl." "That's so mean. You can't treat someone like that. So mean, Lou." Amy came back to the human world, even though she didn't not understand why the queen laughed at her. A normal human can't make ice bubbles just by rotating her fingers, right? Yeah. Yes, Lou. I know Amy is right. I know, because normal people can't do ice bubbles. Really? Are you kidding me? Can you do that? So you can make soap bubbles? Okay, that's something magical. So you're magic too. The little girl didn't let herself be disappointed. She continued to look for magical powers within herself. Not long after, she managed to create magical dust all by herself. And after that, with the power of the thoughts, she could draw all sorts of things in the air with it. That was truly a great thing. Full of hope, Amy appeared before the queen once again and started spinning drawings made of magical dust around their throne. Butterflies, flowers, the moon, the sun. Oh, but the queen quickly lost her patience and screamed loudly, Don't you realize how pitiful you are? Can't you see that you have no power whatsoever? Do us all a favor and stay in the human world. Oh, God, nothing ever satisfies this Queen Lou. Huh. I would say something to her, but I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything. The Queen's words hurt Amy so deeply that she froze in place. At that moment, she wished for an endless abyss to open up and swallow her forever. Poor Amy. She left the kingdom of witches with her soul shattered into pieces. She no longer wanted to know about anyone or anything. That's how she remained for days, perhaps months, maybe even years. Who could keep track? But with time, Amy gave up on her dream of living alongside witches. That's that's so sad, Lou. No one should give up on her dreams or his dreams or oh. One day, unexpectedly, a strange worry was born in the little girl's heart. She felt like something bad happened in the kingdom of witches. And she kept trying to chase away her worry, but it kept growing bigger and bigger. Scared, Amy took out her magical mirror from the box where she threw it and looked into it. However, the mirror was no longer clear, but murky and dark, like the sky before a storm. That's when she was sure something bad happened, and she quickly set off the witch's world. But the kingdom was unrecognizable. A demon from far away, from the end of the world, had taken control of everything. He covered the kingdom with thick fog, erased all its color, and transformed the witches into fearful mice. Poor witches. When Amy arrived, the final battle was taking place in the palace, the one between the queen and the demon. With her powers depleted, nearly defeated, the queen was on the ground and the demon was preparing to deliver the final blow. The demon was hideous, frightening, and filled with hatred. What should I do? Amy said to herself, horrified. I must do something. The girl started reciting backwards a poem she had learned at the human school. She said it loudly and distinctly, as if it were a threat. Everything happened while approaching the demon. The words Amy recited sounded so strange that the demon stopped to listen. He thought it might be an unfamiliar curse and looked around to see what would happen. Amy recited faster and louder. She was shouting. When the demon realized they were just words spoken in reverse, he became furious and shouted at the girl. You dare to challenge me, little one? I will destroy you in an instant with a single finger. And the demon reached out his hand towards Amy. At that moment, she trapped his hand in a bubble of ice. The demon shook his hand and the bubble disappeared. Then he reached his hand towards Amy again, and the little girl trapped it once more in another bubble of ice. And she kept tormenting him like that until the demon went mad with anger. Amy knew she couldn't hold him in place for too long with her little bubbles. But she was determined to fight as fast as she could do until the end. Oh my God, Lou, Amy is so brave. I have to admit, I can't fight a demon. Can you? Yeah, I know, Lou. Yeah, I know. We both would have run away, and that would be the end. But you know what? Maybe that's the power that Amy has. The courage. Let's see. The demon was so furious that he became as red as a flame. And when he was getting ready to throw lightning at Amy, she remembered the magical dust. She quickly made a fistful of dust, and because she had no idea what to do with it, she simply threw it in the face of the demon. The beast started to scream and rub his eyes, and in this whole time, the queen had the opportunity to regain her powers and spin in her hands an enchanted fireball. She kept spinning it until the fireball became bigger than a house. Then she threw it towards the demon and sent him back to the end of the world forever. With the demon gone, the fog disappeared, the color flooded the kingdom again, and the mice transformed back one by one into witches. You saved the kingdom, said the queen to Amy. Without you, we would have disappeared forever. I did what I could, answered the little girl. I couldn't let that monster win. I was wrong to send you away, said the queen. Your place is here, in the kingdom of the witches. Now the queen can be nice. See, Lou? I think the queen learned a very valuable lesson now. That it's not good and it's not okay to hurt people and to be rude with them. And of course, it's very important to be friendly with each other because we all need friends. The story says that Amy stayed forever in the kingdom and one day she became the queen. And when she remembers everything that happened, she says the following: we can't all be the best, or the most talented, or the most powerful. But the most important thing is to do everything in our powers with all our heart, and everything will be all right at the end. What a beautiful story, Lou. I really, really like it very much. Yeah, I know, Lou. I know. You were right. You were right. I also think that this story would gather a lot of likes from the people, and especially from the children. Did you enjoy the story? Because if you enjoy it and you will continue to watch us, until next time, be good and have beautiful dreams.